A powerful, severe weather outbreak swept across parts of Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, transforming an ordinary summer day into a dangerous confrontation with violent winds, tornado warnings, torrential rain, and relentless lightning.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Across the Midwest, residents watched the sky darken rapidly as storms intensified and moved through communities with little time to react. In central Ohio, Columbus and surrounding areas were hit particularly hard. Dublin saw powerful winds snapping trees, while Columbus experienced widespread storm damage, fallen trees, and downed power lines.
They're sideways, and I think when I go back, I think it's going to be on its side. This is something else.
More than 130,000 customers were reportedly without electricity, and lightning struck Ohio more than 45,000 times. Videos from Columbus, Dublin, and areas near Ohio State University showed trees scattered across roads as intense wind and rain swept through the city. The situation became even more dangerous as storms produced extremely strong wind gusts and possible tornadic circulation. Near the OSU airport, dramatic footage showed a rapidly rotating feature beneath a dark storm base. Residents were urged to remain alert as additional warnings moved across the region. The storm threat then expanded into Indiana and the Chicago area. Northwest Indiana experienced some of the most violent winds, with gusts reaching around 100 miles per hour in several locations. Near Portage, straight-line winds, estimated at 100 to 120 miles per hour, damaged the top of a train car. Along Interstate 80, several tractor-trailers were reportedly flipped, forcing authorities to close the highway for hours.
In the middle of the street, blood.
Chicago and its southern suburbs also faced multiple tornado warnings and reports of tornadoes. Communities including Chicago Heights, Lynwood, Homewood, Flossmoor, Peotone, Monee, and Crete reported fallen trees, roof damage, power outages, and widespread debris. In Flossmoor, footage captured green skies and violent winds as a tornado was later confirmed nearby. For people caught outdoors or traveling, the storm arrived with frightening speed. One driver described a fully loaded van being briefly lifted by extreme winds, while other motorists were forced to stop and wait for the worst conditions to pass.
Oh, I gotta get the fuck back home!
At Chicago Midway Airport, heavy rain and severe weather disrupted travel as passengers watched the storm move across the area. Residents described the weather as feeling almost hurricane-like, with back-to-back storms arriving one after another. In some communities, the ground had barely dried before another warning was issued. The repeated storms increased the risk of additional wind damage, lightning strikes, and dangerous conditions on roads.
I'm stuck in a storm, y'all.
Emergency crews and utility workers began spreading across the affected areas as communities dealt with damaged infrastructure and widespread outages. Fallen trees blocked streets, power lines came down, and buildings were damaged by powerful winds. In some neighborhoods, residents returned home to find yards and roads covered with debris. This outbreak demonstrated how quickly summer thunderstorms across the Midwest can transform into destructive wind events and tornado-producing storms. The combination of extreme wind, intense lightning, and rapidly changing conditions left thousands of people facing a dangerous weather emergency.
Look at that, baby. Whew. Bad. Storm, storm, storm. My God. That's crazy. Hard.
As cleanup and damage assessments continued, the threat remained a reminder that severe weather can escalate in minutes. When tornado warnings or dangerous thunderstorm alerts are issued, residents should seek sturdy shelter, stay away from windows, and avoid unnecessary travel until conditions improve.
All the trees in our neighborhood are destroyed. Literally.
The outbreak was visible in footage captured by residents. Trees were torn apart, streets became difficult to navigate, and neighborhoods were plunged into darkness.
Wow.
Some people sheltered inside while waiting for the strongest winds to pass. For many communities, the most frightening part was how quickly conditions changed. Heavy rain could become damaging wind or tornado warning within minutes.
The swing set is gone. Tree at the church.
It just barely impacted this house right here.